Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Chris here. Wanted to bring you guys a little update. We're going to go over Bitcoin today. We're going to go over Litecoin today. We're going to do Digibyte, and then some people have been asking about XRP, if we could just look at it and kind of give you my opinion on it, okay? So we're going to be looking at those different things, talking about them a little bit, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If you could like, subscribe, all that, I really appreciate it. Helps us out. So first of all, guys, what we're looking at, do you see this slower trend line here? We're hoping or looking to hold that. Okay, we had some increasing bear volume come in yesterday, but as you can see, we're still getting those higher lows on this RSI down here. The RSI is at 47, so we're holding above the 40, which is good. But when we're looking at this, you can see the moving averages are acting as resistance. So we have the 5-day moving average acting as resistance right now, and that's right here in the orange. Okay, so that's to the top. You see how we hit that, and then we came back down a little bit. We have our 20 EMA in white, which is above it. Then we have our 50 moving average, which is in purple. And then we have our 30 moving average as well, which is in yellow right here. And all those guys are acting as resistance right now. So now, in my opinion, would not be the best time to go long. That's just me. I'm not giving you guys any financial advice, but that's how I feel as of right now. And what I've really been looking at is these Fibonacci numbers on this as well. So if we pull this from here, we go up to there. So guys, you can see we're kind of hitting around that 618, and I almost feel like we're going to get back down in that range, maybe even down to that 62.69, that 786, because we kind of have that spot here along with that trend line. So maybe right in between there could be a potentially good buying opportunity, but you'd still have to look at things like the MACD, the histogram, all different types of stuff like that, and that's what we're going to go into next here. So let's take a look at the MACD. See how that's looking. And this is on the 1-day chart, guys. You can see how the histogram's starting to tick down a little bit as well. So that's another sign that maybe now is not the best time to go long, that we could have a pullback and maybe get a nice entry, guys, somewhere right down in here, you know, around that 6,200. So MACD starting to curl over, and we're also having the histogram tick down. You can draw a trend line on these. That often helps a lot of times. So you can just kind of see when we do break out of it, if we do. So we're ticking down right now. So pay attention to that. Next one we're going to do is our Bollinger Bands. See where we're looking, and we're probably, guys, we'll see here in a second, but we are up above slightly of this middle band, which is good. Middle band's starting to hook just a little bit there, so we would like to find support on that. We'd like to close above that today. That would be helpful, okay? And it's also starting to get a little bit tighter here with these bands. Do you see how we had that volatility and how far they expanded? And now they're starting to contract a little bit more. So we're going to see. We're going to see if we can make another push up here, maybe to that 69. But I just wouldn't go long right now, guys. We don't have that volume yet. That's just my opinion. Okay? Next one. Let's take a look at the stock RSI. And the stock RSI, we had that crossover right there to the downside. You can see how it correlates with the candles up here. And also, guys, when you take a look at these candles, you know, we had this kind of spinning top here, and then we kind of had the doji here, and then we had some bearish candles that have followed that too. So really keep those in mind, that we have been having that bearish pressure. I mean, we got up to close to that 68.38, and then we have fallen back. Our low was 63.20. So you can see that these drops happen really fast, especially on increasing bear volume there. But we haven't seen any start of like a hook here for our stock RSI. So it definitely could go a little bit lower. And you can see, guys, that a lot of times when it does get low, we're going to be looking at roughly, you know, around that 0, right in that range, and each time we hit that, we have a potential run back up. We hit it here, we were there for a few days, maybe even a week, and then we ran back up. We stayed at top. So they can bottom out and they can top out and stay there for a while. So I want you to keep an eye on that and pay attention to that. But as of right now, I'm not seeing too many buy signals, in my opinion. We'll have to obviously see where this closes today, guys. I mean, if we close right here, then we almost have that harami right here off this one here. So you can see that this smaller body is inside this candle. So that would be a harami, and then we'd have to have continuous follow through back up on increasing volume. That's going to be the biggest deal. Okay, so guys, that's Bitcoin right now. We're at 64.86, and just to let you know, I was in some positions. Let's see, my positions were I got Bitcoin yesterday at 6,399, and then I sold today at 6,514, and then I also had an order that got filled at 6,353, and then I sold out today 6,524. So far it's been pretty good for me, just in terms of I took profits at the right time, right time, right place. So now I'm going to see if we can set some bids, maybe down around in here on that trend line, around that 63, 62, somewhere right in there. I know some people are going to try to fish down in here since we've been down there before, around that 6,100. There's no harm in putting bids in, guys. You can put them in, and then if it doesn't look like either they're going to get filled, or if you want to keep them in there, you can always cancel them. So, that's the good thing, because there's really big wicks and there's a lot of volatility, and sometimes you can catch one of these. And think, guys, if you catch it here at 61, and this is in the same day, and it goes up to closed at 63.85, there's some good profits to be made there. So we're going to keep our eye on that. Next one we're going to go to is Litecoin. All right, guys, and Litecoin obviously is just going to follow Bitcoin. We know that's the big thing here. So always pay attention to that same deal. We're going to go back to our Fibonacci. We wick down through the 50, and right now we're kind of sitting right here at the 382, which is 57.33. right now. So some people are going to be putting in bids here around that 618, around 53, maybe down into the golden pocket here, that 0.65, around 52.94. Those could be good buying areas as of right now. Another thing I want to show you with this too, guys, I pull Fibonacci's from both ways. So the next one we're going to do here, let's go here, and I bet we came close to that 618 typically, because it works both ways. That's a really big support resistance area, buying area. So right here, guys, look at the 618. What happened? Wicked up through it a little bit, and then we came back down. So that's what guys are going to do. They're going to, do the opposite. A lot of people try to buy at that 618 if you're longing, but a lot of people are also going to sell at that 618 if you're a bear and you're selling. Okay, so keep that in mind. And we've been on this little bit of a run here, or at least uptrend, since we hit this large hammer candle here, and that's the candle we talked about. It was 2 weeks ago or whatever, said when we saw that on increasing volume here that we were going to have a little bit of a run, and we've essentially had that. So we'll see if we have a 5-wave, guys. Maybe this is our 1, our 2, our 3. We're having our 4 pullback, then we're going to come up and we're going to test this 69 here, before maybe a potential fall back, but that could be in the works. So I am having my eye on Litecoin. I'm going to see if maybe I can get it at some good prices, maybe that 52. You can see I have my alert there at 53.37 just to kind of see at that point. That's why I like to set alerts, guys. I have another one at 51.15, so it'll alert my phone, then I can look at it and I can examine it, and I can go through all these things before it just fills a bid for me if I don't want to do that. So keep that one in mind, guys. Next thing, same deal. We're going to look at the MACD, see what that's looking like. Okay. And the histogram, yet again, like Bitcoin, you can see is ticking down right now. MACD has that little bend, which obviously, guys, we could stay here and then make another move. That happens at times. But overall right now, I just do feel like it's more bearish than bullish. That's just my opinion, at least for the day. And guys, we're at 57.11 right now. We're down 0.78. And this is the importance of not FOMOing into things, because there's always going to have this pullback. I know a lot of people really FOMO'd here, got really excited, and then you see this pullback again. So we did kind of have this hammer candle here, which was on decent volume, but we're not having that follow through, and we're also having all these moving averages like we talked about. Our 5 moving average is not hooking up right now. We're not above it with a nice little hook. Our 30, our 20, they're above right now, and they're acting as resistance, and they're really hard to get through at times, especially without that volume that we really want. Okay, guys, let's check out the stock. Same deal as Bitcoin. You see how we broke down through, and we really haven't had that flattening out so we could get another cross back up to the upside. And what I want you to pay attention to, guys, moves can really happen here for quite a while, even though we're oversold. So, or I'm sorry, overbought. So at this point, guys, this was August 25th, and we stayed in this range till roughly September 4th. So we can stay in that overbought or oversold area for quite a while. So really pay attention to that stock RSI. I think it's a really big deal. Okay, and then here's our support down here at 46.99, and then our overall resistance, like I said, if we make a run, is going to be around that $70. Now, if we can break past that $70, there's going to be some room to run. Do you see? Because we've had such far breakdowns. You see how this just went down so hard and so fast, and that's where we had this reaction, guys, before we had another leg down. Now we're having a reaction, and we may have another leg down. You know, there are some targets that I have at $38, $22, which would be great, guys. It'd be a huge buying opportunity for when this next bull run comes. And it will come, guys. It's just a matter of time. So if we can break through 70, we could run till 90 very easily, because there was no support or resistance that really happened here. It was just a straight shot down. I mean, for days, we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16 days of just basically downward pressure, and that's where you get this reaction. That's what I've been reading a lot about, are the reactions, okay? Because there's still a lot of gains to be made in the reaction alone. So say you got in on this hammer candle. That's a hammer candle. It's on good volume. Then we had the inverse. That's like a inverted hammer there in a way that was also on high volume. So say we waited for that confirmation. We got in right here. Let's do that percentage for you. Okay. So guys, we had confirmation. We went right here, and we went all the way up. That's a 28.28% gain that you can make right there, guys, just from noticing that hammer on high volume. Okay, hammer on high volume, confirmed with high volume, inverted hammer, high volume, big deal. Okay, and then look at this drop that we had here. Okay, so we dropped essentially everything we gained, right? Even a little bit more. That was a 32% drop. So if you're a bear and you saw this resistance up here, you can say, all right, guys, we're going to short it now. I'm going to ride it back down. See that hammer candle on some volume, time to go back up. So that's the importance of knowing these candles and patterns and confirmations and different things like that. So that's what I'm looking for at Litecoin. Next thing we're going to go to is Digibyte. All right, guys, and Digi is at 2.4 cents right now. Same deal, everything, guys, just following Bitcoin right now. Main thing I've been paying attention to is this overall lower trend line that we have been holding, which has been good. Okay, and if you really zoom in on these candles, take a look at this one. This one's basically like a rickshaw man, and after we had that rickshaw man, we had a nice little run up. Now, whenever you see all these wicks, how these wicks are all over the place, that's a lot of volatility, guys. Guys are going in and out and all over the place on this, okay? But same deal. Here's our 5 moving average. Here's our 20 EMA. We had a cross of our 50, I do believe, going under our 30, which is not a good sign either, okay? And then there's our 30. So we have a lot of overhead resistance. I really feel like on Digibyte we need to be patient, guys. It could still come down more before we make a move, okay? But when that move is made and we can get up over these moving averages, there is, let's take a look at the percentage gains that could happen if we get above those. So say, guys, we make it above, even to the next overhead resistance, there could be 30% gain that could be had. So I want you guys to start looking like that. I want you to free roll coins, okay? So pick a coin, Digibyte, you know, Litecoin, any of these, and try to make more of them, guys. Buying and selling them, free rolling coins, as opposed to putting in more money from your bank account. You can trade these and you can get free coins. And that's what I'm trying to do, guys, is basically, you know, take the coins that I have and just multiply them without putting my own money in, just through trading. That's what I really want to do. Okay, so, and I want to teach you that. And the next thing we're going to be looking at, guys, is volume. Okay, volume's really been tapered down here since this spike right here. It's really went down, so keep that in mind as well. Okay, so overhead resistances, right? And then we're going to check some Fibonacci's here, see where we're at. So the first way we're going to do our fib, we're going to go down, because Fibonacci's, guys, they're so important. That's what everyone's looking at. Okay, technical analysis becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy just due to the fact that everybody, you know, is looking at Fibonacci's, moving averages, different things like that, so it's going to play out. All right, and guys, we got to get above this 236 right here. That's a really big deal. And then we have to turn it into support. It's a huge resistance, and it can also be a huge support. Okay, so on top of all these moving averages, we still have the 236 to get over, which is at 2.7 cents. So remember, guys, not financial advice. My thoughts are I want to continue to wait for a pullback, maybe back to this line again here at 1.9 cents before I continue to get a little bit more Digibyte. And that's just my thoughts on it, okay? Next thing, so I'm going to get rid of this Fibonacci, and now we're going to do it this way, just to kind of see where we've retraced to, right? So right in there, guys. And you can also set alerts and all that type of stuff, so you know, like we talked about earlier on Bitcoin. So guys, we went down to the 50 here. We wicked down into the 50 right there at about 2.3 cents, and now we're working between the 50 and the 382. So really keep those in mind. A lot of times when you get a bounce from like the 618, typically you'll go back up to like the 382, and that'd be a time to take profits. And then here where we're at, we could potentially have a little run up to about 2.53 cents before we have a little pullback again. So pay attention to your Fibonacci's, guys. They're really important. Okay, so there's that, and then let's check out our stock RSI. And I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Leave the comments down there. I'm going to try to get to comments hopefully today or tomorrow. So guys, you see how we had that cross breakdown too? So the stock's not looking good right now. Stock RSI, it's not the time to buy. All right, let's do our MACD. These are just a few of the things, guys, I go through. When I'm looking at a chart, I'll spend, 20, 30 minutes just going through all different type of indicators. But these are the main ones I want to go through with you. RSI, MACD, taking a look at the histogram, the stock RSI, Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci's, moving averages, and then candles. Those are the main ones. Now, do you see? Same deal, guys. Histogram ticking down. Looks like the MACD is going to cross over. I would not be going long right now. Okay? Just my opinion. RSI. And I really do think, guys, Digibyte's going to do great down the road, along with Litecoin and some of these other coins, but we're in a bear market right now, okay? And we just got to deal with that. Now on the RSI here, here's our low, and then we came up here. We'll call that a high. We're trying to make a higher low and see if we can make a higher high, but you just don't know yet, guys, okay? And that's where you can dig deeper into like the 4-hour chart, 2-hour charts, those things. But you see that volume still even there tapering down. All right, next one we're going to go to is XRP, because I know people have been interested in that, and a lot of people have just been wanting to short it. It's not one that, everyone wants to invest in or whatnot, just due to multiple reasons in terms of Ripple. There's a huge supply of them, the banker's coin, all that. It just kind of goes against the crypto mindset that a lot of us have, okay? But if you want to get angry with it and you want to short it, we're going to talk about it. Okay? So right here, guys, this is Ripple on the day. Alright, let's pull a Fibonacci here from when we really started to make this run. So we'll call it about right in there. We went up to about 80 cents or so, got pretty close. Dropped down here to the 618. We actually wicked down to about 43 cents, guys, and now we're starting to make a little move back up. The volume here, though, is decreasing. We'll wait to see where the volume ends for the day, because that's what's most important. It's going to track it throughout the whole day, and obviously we're early in the day right now. We're 14 out of 24 hours. We're 14 and 52 in right now, so this definitely could have a chance at running back up here from the 618 to the 382, which would be around that 58 cents or so, and I'm sure guys will be shorting that again from that point. A lot of people were talking about shorting it from that point back down here to that 20 EMA, which is around 42 cents. Then we could have 35 cents here with the 30 moving average, which is going to be another big one for us. So just really keep those in mind, guys. But when you see these large wicks like that, always take your profit. That's a big deal, okay? Always pay attention to that and take your profit. Let me see. I think I had another chart up here. XRP. Goes that one. Nope. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I thought I had another chart. But you see this long wick? That was a blow off, guys. You see that volume? Blew all the way up from, let's see, 56 cents. It went up to about that 80, came back down and closed there at 56. So the start of the day was at 43. So it essentially doubled itself, came back down, closed at 56. And then we were kind of having just that sideways movement. You can kind of see that's like a little spinning top right there, small body candle, and then we had confirmation right there of a bearish candle that came pretty close to engulfing this. Okay, kind of had that little gap down. But you know, Ripple's one. A lot of guys really want to short it, you know, especially when you see it go up that high. That would definitely be the time. And let's take a look at the indicators. So our stock RSI, you can see right there, guys, it's going down. We had that cross right about right in here. It's been working its way down. We're going to see, though. I mean, it can always flatten out and then go back over the top. That's a potential. Let's check out the RSI. And we'll see where today ends, guys. You know, it's just so manipulated, and it is what it is. And if you learn how to, you know, go along with what these guys are doing, manipulating, you can make some money off it. Make some more coins. Our RSI is at 70, guys, so we're getting to that point, that overextension, which we know we can get up. We've been to 84 before just recently, so that can happen. So there still may be a little bit more room to run right there. Okay. Let's do our MACD. There's not a ton of data there, guys, but you can see it's still kind of going down at that point. See, maybe if we go to the 8 hours here. Okay. Now on the 8 hours, it's looking like it wants to tick up a little bit. You can see we're above the 5 moving average. We're above the 20 on the 8. We are above the 30, and we are above the 50. So there's people who are also putting in bids here around this, you know, 37 cents, 30 cents. Let's go to the 4 hour. See what it's looking like. Okay, so we're still holding the 5 there. Still holding all of these. As you can see, we have a bearish candle starting right here. So we're going to see what's going on. The histogram was ticking up, though, so we may have just a little sideways movement. We'll see, guys. We're at 55 cents. But always take your profits when you see those huge blow-offs. I mean, look at this candle, guys. This is ridiculous. Okay, see that long wick? Look at that. That's coordinated. Okay, there's a lot of guys who are going in together on that, and they have a lot of money. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so guys, here's, if I can go back, thought I had some alerts on here. I think my first alert was around this. You know what? One second. Let me pull out my pad here and show you where I had some buy orders. So like I said, guys, I'm not trying to accumulate XRP for a long-term investment. I'm basically just trying to use it. Okay, the more books that I read and study on this stuff, don't get emotional, don't get attached to really any of these coins. I mean, unless it's something you really want to go long on for the long term, you really believe it, fundamentals, tuck it away in a Ledger Nano, forget about it. I'm all good with that. But in terms of like putting in bids and different things like that, you're trying to look for coins with a lot of volatility, either to short or to long, and this is one that's moving right now. So the bids that I had for XRP, I have them at 35 cents. There's 39 cents, 33 cents, 31 cents, and 34 cents. Okay? And obviously, the lower that you go, like the 31 cents, the 34 cents, all that, that's where you're going to put more of your bids. It's going to be heavier. So you want to start out light and get heavier as you go down, and that's called laddering. Okay? So, like I said, guys, XRP is definitely not my coin. It's not one that I want to invest in, but I want to look for that volatility, and I want to be able to, you know, swing it, trade it. And a lot of times you'll hear guys talk about this, say treat these coins like an ex-girlfriend, you know, just basically use them, abuse them, and, you know, just get rid of them. So that's the main thing, guys, but I just wanted to let you know I appreciate all of you guys. It's wonderful being here with you. I'm going to continue to do the best I can. Life's been really crazy busy, and just been focusing when I do get time on reading, studying, you know, learning about shorting markets, you know, leverage, all those different types of things. And, you know, I'll bring them to you the best that I can. So God bless each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please let me know what you're doing in terms of coins. Are you guys hodling, buying, all that? So just wanted to bring this out to you guys. So God bless you all.